Shalom Aleichem, everyone. My name is Rabbi Avraham Lubarsky, and I teach on the Machal program in Mechlala. I'd like to spend a couple of minutes today to speak about Yom Yerushalayim and what Yerushalayim should mean to us. And in order to do that, I'd like to focus on the epicenter of Yerushalayim, and that is the Beis Hamikdash. We're told in Maseches Yuma that the Beis Hamikdash was essentially divided between the two different tribes, the tribe of Yehuda and the tribe of Binyamin. Let's think for a minute about the etymology of the two names of Yehuda and Binyamin. In terms of the name of Yehuda, we're told the way that Leah has named him, Batahar od bateled ben, Batomer hapam odes Hashem, al ken karashmo Yehuda. That the name of Yehuda indicates gratitude of Leah Meinu. The Gemara makes a very fascinating observation in terms of Leah's choice of the name. The Gemara says the following: Miyom shebar HaKadosh Baruch Hu es olamo, lo haya adam shehoda LaKadosh Baruch Hu at shabasa Leah v'hodato sheneimar hapam odes Hashem. That Leah was the first one since creation to give gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this particular way. The Sefer Chovos HaLevavos points out that really the yesod of all of our avodas Hashem is based on the notion of gratitude. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us so many different gifts, and therefore we're obligated to pay back HaKadosh Baruch Hu with our avodah. It's fascinating that a Jew begins their day with the word modeh, modeh ani lefanecha, and the Jew ends their tefillah with hada. So this notion of hada is incredibly fundamental to us. What's also fascinating, as Rashi points out, that Leah's hada was specific and unique. Rashi says, Hapam odeh shenatalti yoter mechalki ma'atu yesh li lahadot. Leah recognized that her chelik in Klal Yisrael was unique. Since there are going to be 4 wives for Yaakov Avinu, and each one was going to have 3 shvatim, and now that she was able to participate in the 4 shvatim, therefore she realized that her chelik was greater than she deserved, and therefore that generated an additional level of hada. And this is what is reflected in the name of Yehuda. In terms of Binyamin, Binyamin is actually given 2 different names. On one hand, Rachel Imeinu, in the last moments of her life, called her son Ben Oni. And then Yaakov Avinu seemingly changed his name to the name Binyamin. The notion of Ben Oni, the word Oni, indicates 2 different meanings. On one hand, it means tsar, and on the other hand, it means koach. Certainly, Binyamin was a child that's associated with a tremendous amount of tsar, but at the same time, Rachel realizes that she has given her child her koach, and even though she would not continue, he would be able to live on after her. And Yaakov focused on the second meaning, called the child Binyamin, because the word yamin means strength. He focused on the strength component. And I believe that the name Binyamin represents Mesiras Nefesh. Mesiras Nefesh for a lofty cause, even though the person would not be able to reap benefits of that sacrifice. Rachel Imeinu would not be able to see this long-awaited child grow up from a little Binyamin to Binyamin Hatzadik. And that was the nature of her Mesiras Nefesh. And that is what Yaakov Avinu meant when he called the child Binyamin, because the strength of the Jewish people largely depends on Mesiras Nefesh. And Mesiras Nefesh, when a person ultimately is not able to benefit from that sacrifice. I think that if we focus on these 2 different ideas that are reflected in Yehuda and Binyamin, we will get to appreciate Yerushalayim, especially in our day and age, in a very new and special way. The pasuk in Zechariah, every time I read it, it sends chills down my back. It tells us the following: Ko amar Hashem tzvakos, od yeshvu zkenim zkenos berchavos Yerushalayim, ve'ish mishanto beyado mirov yamim. There's going to be old people who are going to be sitting on the streets of Yerushalayim. There's going to be children who are going to be playing in the playgrounds. Ko amar Hashem tzvakos. כי יפלא בעיני שארית העם הזה, בימים ההם גם בעיני יפלא נאום Hashem. So it goes, and the people, the Sharis Ha'am, the remnants of the people are going to see this, that they won't be able to believe what they're seeing. It's going to be unbelievable. And a person has to be callous not to appreciate these words. A person has to think to the description of the Ramban of what Yerushalayim looked like when he visited. There's kimat nothing left of the Jewish people, and the hundreds of years of destruction, of persecution that occurred in Yerushalayim. And now we're able to live in Yerushalayim, be able to learn Torah in Yerushalayim, keep mitzvahs in Yerushalayim. We have received a great chelik, a chelik that is much bigger than we really deserve. And therefore, we have to be grateful and thankful to the Ribbon Shalom. That is the Yehuda aspect of Yerushalayim. But then there's a Binyamin aspect of Yerushalayim. There are individuals for centuries that gave up everything so the Jewish people could live in Yerushalayim. They settled in the most difficult of times, the most dangerous of times. They fought so that we could have Yerushalayim and that we can maintain our hold over Yerushalayim. And some of them sacrificed everything, and the only comfort that they had were the words of the Me'aledes to Rachel Imeinu that stated, Al tiri ki gam zeh lach ben. Don't be afraid, don't be concerned, because here you have a child. These individuals were not able to benefit from the sacrifice that they made. And in a certain way, we are the Ben Oni, Ben Yamin of those individuals. And here we are, 51 years since Yerushalayim has been returned to its rightful owners, and the Torah was able to return back to the Yerushalayim, ki Mitzion teitze Torah. And I believe that there are 3 points that we have to consider. On one hand, to be grateful for the incredible chelik, incredible matana the Ribbon Shalom gave us. Secondly, we have to appreciate the sacrifices of the individuals who allowed it to happen. And then finally, our obligation, both to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Klal Yisrael, to be able to live up to those gifts, to appreciate those gifts, to contribute both on the level of individual and the level of Klal Yisrael.